Next item is on funding and financial sustainability, which is the biggest challenge for us as a civil society network and for the civil society alliances right now. In fact, in terms of the achievements, we've had a lot of support from the donors in the first round, and that has been leading to a lot of impact, which I will share with you, and all of this is also available online. But we have got a lot of resources on our website around the impact we've had through our pitch, through the Google Map, etc. And this is thanks to funding from the donors, and that has made a huge added value, and it's great value for money to actually fund and invest in the Civil Society Alliance, and our pitch really makes a case for that. So between 2013 and 2015, in 2016, we've had $1 million invested in our global network from donors from the MPTF, the German government, and the UK government. We've also had recently a grant that through the Save the Children grant that's funded through CIF. That is enabling us to embark on a massive learning route project, which is really going to help us improve a lot of the dimensions I'm talking about in terms of governance, membership engagement, etc. And that's $1 million, which we've got from 2015 to 2017. Between June 2013 and December 2015, our global members, the members of the global network, have actually contributed in financial equivalent value of $1.9 million. So roughly about $2 million from donors and $2 million from our members, and obviously we want to scale that up in terms of our membership contributions moving forward. And we've also obviously had a lot of support. The donors have supported the civil society alliances and their establishment, with 24 civil society alliances being supported through the Multi-Partner Trust Fund. And that in itself is, a lot of the achievements are highlighted in the MPTF evaluation. We've also had some support with the German government to be able to develop a financial sustainability and fundraising toolkit, which were a resource that's online and available in 3 languages to all of the civil society alliances, and it's being followed up by an ongoing mentoring program for 6 Anglophone civil society alliances and 6 Francophone civil society alliances to really help them in terms of their fundraising efforts. I think, as I said earlier, thinking longer term and sustainability is absolutely essential, and that's one of the areas that we are working on very actively at the global level, and some civil society alliances are already embarking on, and obviously we're encouraging all other civil society alliances to really think of that sustainability strategy and diversifying the funding sources. And for this, we obviously, at the global level, we've developed a funding model that looks at different ways of obtaining our funding that diversifies from donors. So looking at membership fees, looking at exploring avenues with corporates, trusts and foundations, looking at other ways in terms of in-kind contributions for staff time, etc., from RI NGO members, so international NGOs. But as we think of that, we do need more support from our members, and that's very important. But we also need continued support from the donors. I think the reality is we need to be aware that the nature of civil society is that it's non-for-profit. It's not for profit, and therefore we will always need funding sources to be able to support our efforts. And that means we will always need to be reliant on external sources of funding, as well as building our membership fees, etc. But we will always need to have that support from donors and others. And so I think some civil society alliances have also started to show some great examples of how they've diversified their funding sources, and all of that is available on our website.